elevate a roster that could definitely tap into George's wealth of experience. S1mple taking some shots down long. A has afforded space over to Voca. It's a 5-player strong push over to this A site. And Electronics Berettas replaced by Aragorns. 2 sets of pistols within that defense. Muterus catching Snav is going to push this to the man advantage of BC game. Junior with the headshot from downtown, though, as the CTs continue to peek into this. They kind of just offered up that kill back. So then they hit the pause button for a second. They're toying with the idea of going for another duel. But this is a good old-fashioned gunfight. And Muterus catches the long-range USP headshot. Carson has gone unnoticed, but they know he was here, so they're going to hunt him down before he can really reposition or make anything. Aragorn about to have his hands full when that flash comes out. If that flash comes out. No?
No.
Goes over instead, and by the time it pops, they're already murdered. Junior's just shot George in the back of the head, and S1mple's got to clean up on Carson. So that
just absolutely farmed the hell out of them when he felt like when he was on Navi, and just felt like there was no reason they should even come close. You know that's the attitude he's going to bring today too.
Crazy's got bodies coming out from the tunnels. Guns don't make a difference so far here for Voca. And we see the success stories that are going down in Bucharest. Things can be a little more positive. You know, it's our responsibility to talk you guys.
You know, that's an all-time. I'm going to remember that probably forever. So there are upsides.
First flash misses Aragorn, so he gets vision of them exiting out through that smoke. Tech9 challenge into the double-layered long hold. Still more utility to come over top to try to find this space, but the Tech9s will have a tough go of closing this distance. Banking on the flashbangs, at least those are finding their marks, but then Electronics just freed up to mow you down. And I think there's going to be a lot of pent-up aggression in the likes of both.
Now it's time to get revenge for, the 0-3 losses versus that quality of competition back in Roman Imperium.
That helps.
Well, they come for it, but Electronic gets taken out.
Bullet to the back of the brain. As Carson tucked into Xbox. Ooh, and Junior's found a pick off as well into the B site. That's the only defender dealt with
Earlier this year. Now he's coming into PGL. He's super excited to play a LAN. Their team has been putting in tons of reps. They have upcoming talent. You know, he's the one old dog, but still justifying his roles. Muterus isn't totally falling for this. They're keeping vision in the door to make sure there's no split coming in. Another set of smokes come out at 40 seconds. They're still moving at an appropriate tempo, but they're not exactly getting Muterus to full commit out. Now it's got to be flashes on S1mple. That's the most important part.
Ooh, S1mple misses. Gives a bit of space over to Voca, but the recovery's good from S1mple on the second shot. They'll find 3 players still just here on the brink of the bomb plant. Nobody else challenges. BC Game know that this 5v3 with the utility to soften up the planter is going to put them in a prime position to still just come through with a smooth retake. The protocols in place for BC Game should be too much for Voca to handle. We'll see if we get an X-Factor moment out of the half-health Junior Op or George down on 60.
Man,
CT start to make this activation. They threw their nades earlier, found some damage for it. Now it's just going to be dry duels. Carson's dead. Junior's the one to collect in the middle of this 3v5. He's going to have to do it all. There's his third. Fourth for Junior. Pistols out. Time is on his side. And in this post plant, Junior has done everything to win this round alone.
Fair enough.
But he's got that pizzazz, you know? See? That's pizzazz.
My goodness.
Swing into the CTs that were flashed. Oh, there we go. George with a double kill. Electronics going to end his attempt to take over Catwalk single-handedly, but this is an Electronics.
Thinking about the money first, so he'll get out of here. And off the back of that Junior pickoff, I think that was just perfect because, first of all, it's a clutch into a full buy immediately from BC Game. Like, let's not worry about that clutch. And
you know you're tapping into just more European experience than elsewhere. Junior's had quite a career playing for Furia once upon a time.
Save that one for later.
S1mple going to open it up. sees a lot on the other side, takes half his health down through the shots through on Voca, and that's going to just get Voca moving. You see that off inside of middle. They know it's not on the CT cross, so they think they can just gun down this A site with speed, and Rechi's on the scoreboard with his first. George right behind him to try to trade out, but this is nice by Voca, realizing an opening and seizing the opportunity to take it. It's just a matter of hanging on to it from here on out. Muteris right underneath that ledge, doesn't actually stop the bomb point. His teammates now coming out through that CT smoke alongside him. Wild spray towards the barrel's top of ramp. Snav comes through with the triple kill, so now his first, second, and third all within the same round. He'll find a quad kill and quick transition out of Voca now that they've got Carson committed into the CT spawn, but this triple stack has been here since the get-go. 25 seconds. There's hesitation now. Bomb starts to double back. Junior kills a player off of B. They've lost their long control. There's a bit of uncertainty here for Voca, but luckily for them, banking on individual plays in a AK headshot from Carson onto S1mple. That should open up the site. That's going to guarantee their bomb plant. We get Aragorn tagged down to 30 health. Junior's got the advantage at this range. Got to land the headshot, though. And so getting whittled down ever so slightly by this long-range M4. Junior's going to collect the head, and that'll be BC game foregoing this fifth one. There was a bit of uncertainty.
They saw the exec coming in, were pretty excited about it, and then Junior got his pick off in the window. And maybe that was a clue to the setup because they ended up going towards 2 players remaining.
S1mple back into an action, no longer passive on the cross, instead goes one deeper, and I think with how much Voca have been getting away with the cat control, it's a very understandable reposition. Missed second shot though. Carson swings wide through S1mple, and that is going to be pressure on the B site instantly with it. Tunnels walkout could be afforded. Electronics going to mow down 2. There's the individual hero we're looking for. Junior kills him, and Carson still able to catch one with the flames that spread from beyond the grave. Carson gets that kill. Still 2 players walking out mid because they did stop the ball. He was signed on, in the words of Semphis, for this event as a vibes/manager guy. And now he's posting 1v2 clutches as BC game get mowed down. He's found an entry up this ramp as well, and a headshot. Rechi is taking over in these last couple of rounds, finding momentum here for Voca, and they are not stopping. This is going to be a 7-round streak out of Voca's T side. Well then.
So they got to be hyped about that.
Incendiary behind them. They're going to charge this down, man. They're feeling these rounds. I can't deny that. The momentum rolling forward for Voca as they try to just find these duels. You can just feel BC game trying to kind of shell up within sight, find that perfect moment to pop up. S1mple now given a chance to shine. That's better.
There we go.
Into the M4. To hell with the op. 30 bullets better. Single HP on Junior. Rechi with the full bar, walking up long, bomb possession, out the open of Catwalk. Rechi makes contact versus S1mple. He's going to go running into Electronic, and this is the duo that BC Game are banking on to deliver you round wins. This time it does come together. S1mple has enough distractions surrounding him inside of that A site for him to have found his impact, but can Junior really do this with 1 HP?
This would be his greatest feat so far.
Nah, too much.
And that won't happen.
Last one and post a 5th for BC Game's CT side. This is going to be BC Game running back the same pistol Voca did. 5 players strong out long. Smoke cross already. And George unable to spam anybody away. It's kind of got BC Game distracted with this smoke halfway towards elbow. They're worried that somebody's inside of it. It's not the case. It's man advantage for the retake. Voca. This is Voca working with no kit, so they'll go for the boost while they remain smoked off. And Junior finding that one puts the odds ever closer into Voca's favor. That leaves a little to be desired from Aragorn. Here's Electronic's chance to catch him in the open. His Glock gets away from him, and S1mple is clinical. Another 4K to S1mple.
Okay, he's got one other kill this game. The 2 high-impact rounds that he's had been 4 kills, and this one's even more than the last.
I mean, Voca clean up when it comes to like the local circuit, right? We know the value now of regional land circuits.
wins as well helps.
Oh yeah, 100%. Ooh, Rechi's gonna get slammed by that Galil, but it's all good. He's got teammates to pick up all the pieces. George activates off of the car with a double kill. It's a pistol out for George and a Tech 9 here for S1mple. Come on, S1mple. Run it back.
Yeah, bombs just by that tunnel's entrance, so let's go run and scoop that. But if this bomb even gets tapped and they push 2 choke points at the same time, oh, they're going to come in early. That might be the best move overall.
Switching back into the op. Yeah, Junior's going to hit it. Putting in the work. It's really been Junior to kind of have that X factor. Will it be enough to push this over the line easily? Well, he'll find damage on S1mple. That Deagle now working with 20 HP. Still takes the challenge into the opper. Hits him twice. Junior wounded. Carson's there to clean up, but in that move from the CTs, it's when BC Game think they can flex their advantage up the catwalk. They mistime it.
Up so many rounds in that first half. The Voca are even the tiniest bit dynamic here on CT side, and they come up with some new stuff. It's just comfortable to say they're team right now. BC Game with the players they've got, I think there'd be a little bit more ingenuity. Oh,
well done.
That's quite a call out. Yeah, these nades, they're optional.
What was that?
Nades all Fugazi.
Where's that supposed to go?
It didn't hit the pane, the window pane. It went above it.
Oh, weird, because it was painful to watch.
Okay. Pre-written one. Okay, 3B setup for the CTs. George is low. I said, go get some info.
And he will.
Still alive.
Wow, the fact he gets out of there with 13 health.
Survive that. And then he sees everybody in tunnels.
Yep.
No, they're tripping out. What do they want to do?
And they keep 2 hard committed inside of B. They throw George down towards middle as a precaution. But reality is this is going to be a tough round for Carson. Him versus 4 players of BC Game, all climbing up to the catwalk challenge. Voca really did not bite down on the thought that BC Game could rotate. Yeah, he's doomed. Burned into the open. Doesn't bring anybody down with him, so just outmaneuvered here are Voca. A little too hesitant inside of the B site, mind you.
They should have covered up the rotation. I don't know if they had the utility, though. But they needed to at least, flash nade, molly, whatever the door, smoke, nade flash smoke the door or something, too.
It's just early info for electronic. The map control that comes with it, and the long smoke soon to fade. Again, these hard committed positions. Okay, Snav.
Yeah, that's a rare spot getting used. I love that.
Thing is, they're just so far removed. Oh, that's spotted. There we go. George sees bodies bottom middle. There's just so much distance between Voca's pieces. Very comparable to the last round in that regard. Electronic taking the duel through the doorway. Catches Retchy down to 14 health, but Junior's got the cover. S1mple turns around to deal with him. Second CT pushing through is going to go unnoticed. Slipping under S1mple's scope, the MP7 of George.
Cat.
Smoke now at 40 seconds would be key, but we'll see if they disrespect it because the executes in already. Yeah, Carson. Awkward duel, but he gets back into the cover. Keeps his head tucked down just to stay alive. Pop flash here for Snav. That's going to catch the blind. And Junior makes the most of it. Goes back to long control. Holds off Aragorn, but won't see that player cross into the site. Electronic's done a good job of keeping his head tucked down. Catching the opper with that aggression. It's still a 2v2 for Voca. Doable situation in this post plant, but who is up for BC Game? It's S1mple and Electronic.
They're a little crowded up on the site. They wish they could go and get long control, but right now there's a chance for Retchy to get a free frag if they're not watching.
There it is. Sidelines Electronic with the instant headshot. S1mple back on the op. Finds Retchy first. Up close and personal here from George. Fire just beyond S1mple. He's looking for the contact, and instant with the headshot is George. 12th round secured by Voca. That's a labored hold inside of the A bomb site.
Dies and gets a kill on the ramp. At least they might have their guard down and then Snav to get more out of it. But when he pulls back and they come in for the repop flash, actually looks great. But it's also dealt with.
Trade on long, but will they forget about Carson? Yes, they will. He's going to extract a lot out of it. Double kill's good. 2 more for the trade. And back to the 2v2. Another 2v2 as CT's already inside of this A site. Junior's on the hunt. Yeah, and he lands it. Muteris out into the open. Missed shots here for Junior. Wants to try to end it now, but rushing it, a little awkward. Every shot's missing. Now forced to reload. He knows that this was a whiffed opportunity, and Muteris is going to go wide for the headshot. Let's all forget about that one.
Losing his mind.
Oh, don't win on pistols. P250 crunch into the tunnels. Carson's collected a second. There's 3 now off of the P250s.
They're not going to lose on pistols.
Oh, boy.
They saved. They have no armor.
No armor. No armor. They saved. Voca saved. They had P250s and a 5.7, and Muteris is going to have to come back in with another one. Rechi's going to fast rush this, and that is Muteris playing it to perfection, knowing that he was going to try to flank fast. So another clutch coming through critically.
But they didn't, okay?
North American unarmored P250s.
Yeah, that's going to normally happen to us.
Big spam here from Carson, but Snav is there to play off it. Crazy thinking he could maybe get a jump. That's half of damage onto Muteris done as well.
All you got to do is take out Muteris, and you can close this game.
He has been the only player to post clutches for BC game, and it is back-to-back in the last 2 rounds. For Carson.
Yellow on the path, but they're not approaching the ramp just yet.
He's freed up to pop up. Does a bunch of damage, but missed kills. Still tough.
A cat. I mean, look at these T's. They are so low.
Still damage to be done by Junior. He'll snip one off and dip himself to keep majority alive for Voca.
Terrorists win.
Stuns them.
A lot of bodies here. Stuck here, though.
George has to deal with the molly.
This is interesting. They're literally still here, wall to wall, ready to swing. But is there going to be a flash?
This. Oh my God! Who picks this up?
I don't even know actually, because they could just push.
If the CTs jump right now, they're all dead. They try to swing in. Aragorn's got it covered. S1mple's there with it. I did lie. I said they. I didn't specify who.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they were all like had their nades. It seemed like they forgot, like thought there's no chance.
Yeah, like they waited long enough.
For sure.
Like surely,
right? In terms of getting set up more with a lean towards A, it's what BC Game have wanted to try to take. They've been so focused on Cat and Aragorn.
Snav got out. Oh, Molly bounced off. Now Goose is being held. One shot from Junior. Goose player activates. Carson's got his one. Snav recovers from the flashbang. And Muteris, again, a part of what's going to be a much-needed clutch, but denied by Carson this time. Triple kill for Carson makes a world of difference. And that Molotov that banks into the bomb site would have been much better placed on Goose. Could have denied that multi-frag moment. A 1v4 demanded of Aragorn. Bomb to be scooped up, and he has 15 seconds to piece this one together. That looming threat of a cap flank is real, but it's not in position. He's worried about it, but they're not there. They're going to come at him from all directions, close this one out. Voca using one of their 6 rounds to close out in regulation, and that is
can be as good as you want on CT side, but even winning 3 rounds can be too difficult sometimes. That's what caused MIBR to be so close.
Redas gets shredded by Aragorn. Fast into the entry, look towards sight, but boosts go both directions. Rechi wants up. No thread to pull on. Crazy. Yeah, boost is worth it just to punish the immediate attempt at the retake. It's a bit of a dire one here as Junior finds himself 1v5. But BC Game tiptoe into him, so he'll gotta get the defuse. But that's not a part of the equation, so he's gonna have to forego this round. BC Game will start there.
Be the difference if there is gonna be an upset today. This first half.
Yeah, nothing to hold it back. We saw P250s and a 5.7 threaten around back on Dust 2. USPs? I don't think so. Lucky to get a kill. S1mple meant to be the victim of that.
There's no other reason. This would never have happened otherwise. So I respect trying to make something work from that perspective, like bringing players together that would
Play the
never
game,
played
baby.
together. But yeah,
Retchi's going to get killed by this short push from Aragorn. That Mac 10, very valuable, and just charging down the B defense, gets beyond their angles. George going to eat a nade on arrival, and Aragorn good on just keeping his head tucked. Fortunately, George would have loved to have just left, but he's locked into it, and that frag grenade's going to find him. Yeah, utility here. Big triple kill moment for Aragorn. And that... Yeah, Carson gets stuffed by Electronic, so... Unsuccessful attempt down to the B site to push off and get an opening, but over here towards long, it will work. The junior on flex. You know you've got a player stuck behind the rock, but who's really stuck in with who? George, double 5-7, make it another for Retchi over towards the B play. The rest of BC game leave a lot to be desired. Another moment where s1mple finds something to be proud of in a round, looks up at the kill feed and realizes, oh, I'm alone.
yeah, it took
I think
out
that's
the
very
op, but
comparable to the really tough round they lost on Ancient last week, where you saw s1mple kind of like in disbelief as to how they lost that to the Mongols. I believe it was a 2v5 that went up in like a split second.
sure.
And so s1mple finds himself again in a common spot. But what I do like about, you brought up two things that I think kind of go together nicely, and that's, you know, this team only exists because of VRS, which is a new system for 2026. And on top of that, we then talk about this thing where a core comes to a team for BC game. That's not a type of transfer or a formula for a team that you ever really get to see, right? I'd say this is like the first time a core...
And prove that you don't necessarily need the core to make it happen, even though the core is a nice jump start to get you in those big matches.
Gun round here for Voca.
Oh, Snap's making a lot of noise. Yeah, it seems like s1mple's heard this.
He got that first kill as he crossed over, so I think Snav just maybe hoping to find time for George. But George dies out in connector. Snav is looking to activate, thinking about this push, and he will pull it off. Just a straight-up duel versus s1mple that he wins. And so man advantage re-secured by Voca. Junior falling off of the party. This is going to get BC game thinking about committing into a B site, but this is a B site held strong on the monster side of things.
I'm really tempted if I was Snap to just make that full flank happen. Now that we crossed the minute in BC game, I think just 10 more seconds and then it'll be a guaranteed push for him. There's not a real chance they're going to be going back towards A at this timing. And that kills a lot of clock, opens up some options. Nav slow playing it still to be safe, but Retchi's got a great angle here.
Aragorn almost dies just to the nade.
That bomb has to cross. Retchi's going to let him, it looks like.
Bomb gets in. That's money to be made for BC game. Gutierrez trying to push forward here as his teammate's still alive, but not for very long. And so this deep committed position versus 4 players of Voca, all on the retake eventually with the monster control. Carson misses the jump, is going to be found out, and Uterus over to the Glock is done for. Junior actually ends up finding that kill from above. So Voca's second round secured on the CT side. Kicks off with Snav just doing the drive-by. George said it like that.
That's awesome. All right.
Beat down monster, aggressive opening. Retchi gonna start dropping nades, but he's bolstered, and his incendiary absolutely misses, but he decides to just hard commit, get into that one. And, well, it's gonna keep the numbers low on the BC game. Continuous challenges through this monster just keep coming. And Electronic's gonna feast. That's a quad kill for Electronic, folks. One-man army outside of the monster. What carnage for Voca on their terms that could wind up costing them around.
And Junior goes unspotted, but with the amount of action over here, you'd think he's going to be leaning towards B. He's going to have to use every bit of genius he's got to figure the situation out, but he's really putting himself in a good spot. Some of this comes down to timing, and Aragorn will get the better of that. So Junior won't necessarily be a free victory here for BC game.
Ooh, eats the team flash, not ideal.
Yeah. Might have helped him. So Aragorn didn't get touched by it either.
But Snav's not going to get out of there. Tries to escape the top of connector. Gets clipped by s1mple. Man advantage secured by BC game as they don't rush the issue. But now off that kill, start to take over connector control. If you know that the connector fallback has just been fragged, you absolutely take the control of this with it. So Makes sense to see Aragorn speed up for a moment, but then he's going to silently creep back.
And S1mple goes right into the comms. They're not going to play any games here. They know that B side has been the place to hit. They've been really strong on these execs overall. George and Carson are going to start to make their way back into the site. And here it comes.
George catches one with a flash in hand. It's a bit of damage, still no death for BC Game to have to stomach. There's the first two. George slicing them off of the side of the pillar. Terrace just giving himself a smoke to plant around. And Carson gives up his position with this MP9 spam. Starts to move it forward. Just straight up dies to Crazy. No instant trade out of Retchy either, as Crazy did just still hang on to this corner. MP7 gets there on Muterus. He knows he's still stuck, but that third layer in S1mple activates. But Junior knows damn well that both players are down beneath him. The question is, how the hell do you get him out of here? That helps. Crazy's still down beneath.
Oh, boy.
Not a USP kill, really. He'll try to jump down. He's lost track of it. Back turn to him.
Talking during it. Aaron has 1v2.
Backseat gamers.
Yeah.
Is there anything worse?
No. Well.
Well. Hee hee hee. No one's ever been banned for backseat gaming.
Okay. Yeah. Bring it home.
Get this long activation by Junior. What are you going to do with the USP?
Yeah, that works. Oddly enough, though, I think
That's a good flashbang.
All right, that works out, Carson.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Electronic just mag.
I like the visualization, though. Like the three guys swinging on him
Sure,
from
yeah.
that wood wall. Yeah.
Yeah. No, if they did triple swing, I feel like Electronic gets all headshots. Deep push by Crazy is going to catch this off. Snab trying to make it happen, but confident peaks by BC Game. They know they got the edge. But do they really? Because it's still this 2v2. The Junior USP that's gone unnoticed. It's going to be tough to pull this off without a kit, but George had a smoke. S1mple nails the shot. Junior's going to inch ever closer, but really nothing for him to do here other than a bit of more damage. BC Game, I don't think too concerned about damage at the 6-2 lead. And so secured. Patience the name of the game here in round 9.
Right.
Junior waits it out. Knew it was coming with that flashbang pop, so 5v4 secured at least by Voca. Like you said, 4 rounds in a row, best case just to tie. Got an activation of BC Game and short side. S1mple looking for his pick.
Seems like a great time to boost.
Yeah, he saw
Put
that
the pressure
trajectory
on
from the
Monster.
nade. He knows for sure there's one down here in the pit, so there's a high likelihood George could overstep this accidentally. Oh, but missed shot by S1mple. There it is, first whiff. That's what we're talking about. Nice placed nade that literally bounced off Carson's head. Where's the frag like a hat? But man advantage still taken back, this time off of Retchy's contact. S1mple still waiting for a second chance to strike somebody down off B. Has not come his way, though. His opportunity really was that shot on George.
They've re-smoked Monster. Now they have to just go through this.
Still some utility for BC Game. They're going to pounce while Retchy's playing with nades, and the monster push comes through. Beautiful adjustment out of George. Would have loved to have dropped him sooner if you're S1mple. Forced bomb plant now by Aragorn. Junior's going to walk this up, USP in hand. Okay. Gets there. Whew. Sketchy stuff. A little wild that Aragorn gets off the plant, but you never give him a chance to regain vision nor shoot back. So Voca's third secured, and it all could have been stopped had S1mple killed George. That would have prevented the critical 2K. 5v4 would have been a lovely start. S1mple going to try to go for another boost. Really trying to weaponize this strong start from S1mple. We could have a battle of the Oppers, though, if Junior goes any more active. S1mple's getting closer.
Yeah, Junior's kind of in a great spot, and he's trying to make it seem like they're playing passive on the site. So this could lure them forward. It might be a genius smoke here from Junior.
Flash in. Oh, Uterus goes ahead, and Snav, fully blind, still hangs on to his position. S1mple's going to know about him. Snav wants out, falling back into Junior. Snav decides to commit into the bathroom, waits until the smoke fades, jumps out, things getting wild. Snav finds his moment. God damn, that was sketchy for a second. And yet within the chaos seems to be that is exactly. Signing up for a difficult job on the T side, but one that we know that domestically they don't necessarily struggle on. In a BC game that can tend to collapse at a moment's notice. Pistols do get dangerously close to the A site. Junior leaves a little to be desired with that second shot. You're getting gunned down by Glocks. The Glocks through the bathrooms have found a bomb plant. They are scrambling to go and grab guns. Op's been secured by S1mple. X Factor moment here from the superstar. And Carson's nade finds its home. You give that jiggle over to S1mple. He'll find the death offered over. Stuck though inside of the bank. Flush back towards Carson. And S1mple hits another. Crazy's got his hands on an AK. S1mple's down to 20 health. They pull this off with nothing. Hills. S1mple lands that second shot. Full aim punch, by the way.
Full aim punch. It was like he was aiming low and aim punch.
Yeah, jiggled his crosshair up, right?
Yeah.
Don't see those every day. Things go from bad to worse for Voca. As now pressure right back out through the monster. Electronic can feel the moment here. Tries to seize it in its entirety, and the damage he did is worth it as Aragorn finishes that one off. Still, it's a little bit chaotic in the middle of all of this commitment, but looks like the bomb has been able to secure a plant. And Junior just missed timing on this graffiti crossover for the 12 health that Electronic has left.
Yeah, it would be too hard for him to come and clear this. Electronic can kind of play it however he wants. But it is the last round of the half. They're going to go for it.
Junior's going to get blindsided the moment Electronic feels like he can peek out. Yep, there she goes. Final round of the half is going to be an 8th-1. Fast in through the top of Connector. Trying to pressure S1mple, who just goes right back into the duel. Rather than any damage for a headshot. They're already knocking on the door of the bomb site. S1mple will fade back into the bank, but Uterus dies the moment he gets to the site to Retchy.
First fire.
Retchy nails S1mple, and Crazy's got the trade. At least one back for the Berettas. There's 2 sets of Kevlar Berettas in this round. One of them goes down with 0 impact in Electronic's hands, and the second set still stuck here in bank. Bolstered by Crazy right behind him at least. Retakes on. Kid is on Aragorn as well, so more than just the Berettas to work with, but Voca with the numbers are losing control of the site. CT's getting closer. Crazy finds another one. He's on for the pistol round ace. Has now the smoke. Remember the kit from the get-go too. Yo, but the guns... No overly aggressive opening move from the CTs. Just a sudden George walk out into the B side. Feels like that was very unannounced.
Yeah, seriously. They decided to go for the scout tactic, which I really appreciate. Especially you get that kill towards B, there is no questioning it. If it was over towards A, you might take your time and still assess how's bathrooms. Is there a stack that we can't find? But that kill just wins the round. BCM can take these into the next, make it a 2-round game.
Little silver lining. Free save. Maybe not so free. Electronic has to pay the...
And here it comes. All in B.
Charge him down, why not? Meant to be no resistance. Deagle's got the 1. Crazy was given a second chance, and he will collect it. Oh, third for Crazy. Almost gets the fresh mag in. Junior says enough's enough. The fact that he recovers, because the second kill was just
He's
straight
so
up
blind.
spam, right? While blind, half blind, starts firing off rapidly. S1mple's Desert Eagle not quite looking to pack as much a punch, but the damage has been done on George already. Junior goes flying back around to Graffiti. S1mple's going to come down, clear out water. George is now dead, and as Junior has gone for the heaven rotate to try to lock this in, S1mple is going to threaten the defuse. Doesn't have a kit to pull this off. Junior just gives it the jump spot. And now S1mple doesn't have the time to pull it off. So dangerous round here made possible by Crazy. The fact he recovers from the spam for that third instant headshot is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Terrorists win.
Another charge, huh?
And it's just another full strength.
Yeah, why not? Try to slam it home. It's going to cost Carson. Aragorn with the USP collecting another one. And there's Snav holding off on the fast flank from Crazy, who doesn't wait at all. Rushes the fact, goes straight through to it. Muterus finding a duel to short side. Snav confirming him. And that's going to be utility pressure to just try to get this bomb down. Bomb had to be picked back up, but luckily Heaven remains smoked. S1mple tries to test the edge of it. And that'll be enough to convince him to leave, man. Voca just rushing these doors down on the B site.
Again, it's like that moment we were watching Inner Circle, and I'm like, that's the kind of round that you probably want to call. You go fast and aggressive, and you really lean on your aim, which we know that Voca have. And the hold was looking good because we were watching it from Aragorn's POV, but he was the only one to get 2 kills.
Yep. Only one to get any kills.
Yeah. They had the flank being held, and this is a tied-up game. And this would be impressive for Voca.
And now back to a bit more of a controlled aggression. Still taking over map control, but Junior is going to pay the price for that wallbang damage. Nicely lined up from inside sight by Muterus. And utility trickles out of BC Game's defense. It's a low utility situation for BC Game and what's left of this round, but Voca at the minute mark at least have taken over connector. Sure, it's damage for Junior to have to deal with, but hey, at least it's your opper. We'll see what he can do from the back line in terms of just trying to support, as Voca will look to sink their teeth into A this time.
It's a moment where Voca, if they want to go super quiet, fine, but they actually, as you say, have a huge utility advantage.
That's going to burn Snav out. It's going to confirm they're inside of the bathroom. S1mple had an idea.
They'll call Muterus over because of that volley.
Long duel for Crazy picked up as Carson awkwardly just kind of caught jumping up around. Collateral for S1mple, of course. And Voca meet their maker on the approach to that A site. It's one thing to lose your solo long player. It's another for your front runners in bathrooms to get that. Short's going to be a point of contention here. Electronic has flashes setting him up. Junior forced to give up the angle, but as he walks around this, Electronic gets a freebie. There's been this constant looming threat of boosts and wallbangs, so it makes sense Junior's looking for that instead, but nice tethering off of the BC Game pieces to get that trade. It's a flash-through monster that gets denied by Ferrecci. Aragorn 2 ready. And the Snav Carson 2v4 at the B-bomb site. They catch the player walking up short side. Crazy ready to respond to that one. And Carson will answer without taking damage. That's how you start a 1v4. That reload from Aragorn, though, is just a bait. Muterus is here to come. Tech 9 trade to connector. But again, pieces ready to trade out. BC Game kind of feels like filling themselves out in terms of map control. Not going to get caught off by a couple of guys in connector. This will be a bathroom walk-up afforded to Voca. We saw this get cut down to size by S1mple's collateral last time. He eats a flash, and George finds the headshot on Aragorn without taking much damage. Double from George, the only gun that Voca have to work with, and it blows the door down on the A site. What a couple of shots out of George.
Damn.
Well, well, well. There's no Kevlar on his teammates, but Junior still grabs an op in the middle of all that. And by God, they don't have a kit.
Yeah. I mean, time's coming down. Yeah, they don't have a kit to work with. One on the ground here?
There's one behind the
Sure about
boxes.
this. Oh, okay. They can go and catch that.
Gonna have to wrap around. He doesn't actually grab it. He doesn't get the kit. That's a 10-second defuse. He's gonna have to stick this entire time down. Cover offered here by Electronic, and all 3 kills, but is there still time?
Oh my goodness, they pulled it off. You're kidding.
Wowza.
They did not have the lineup inside of the smoke, and if any of those bullets hit, man. Back on their utility, they have most of bathrooms, and Crazy's on the outside of it. It's a fine setup here for BC. They're chain smoking monsters, so I think they feel decently secure over on B, but at the same time, they want a bit more space back, and I think they hear someone jump away.
Crazy losing support.
Good.
Loses vision as well, but still spams down Snav. Muter is calling frantically for this rotation to come up because at 20 seconds, you know it's the commitment. Can Voca really get in again?
Oh, come on.
S1mple blasted out of this one. Muterus activates, can't manage a multi-frag. It's Electronic to step it up a notch. 10 to the clock. He's trying to close the gap. Electronic's low, dead. Bomb back in hand, just enough time. Aragorn could rush down this bomb plant, and he will do exactly that, stopping it after it's gone down, but never a chance for Junior to grab his gun back out, and so down to the wire, BC Game secure their 12th.
Crazy couple of kills there from Carson. He hasn't had a great game overall, but taking out S1mple with that first bullet on an AK as well actually gave him a chance to win, but it's Crazy. He eats the flash, full blind, gets his first kill. That slows things down a touch.
Whew, sigh of relief for the side of BC Game. Can't even really fault S1mple in that one, but he got blasted.
Yeah, there was no chance there.
We've seen Junior die unsuccessfully in this short pipe, and, well, it's Snav to pay the cost in the opening death. Junior not able to trade it. Tries to get closer to the site, looking to pull on some kind of a line to open this up. Aragorn offering utility up and over. He'll tuck his head down. Muter is getting a second in this. George down to half HP, and this could be all she wrote. A 4v3 advantage, health advantage even further, putting this in the favor of BC Game. The Barrels player keeping his head tucked still. Aragorn yet to activate. Finally tries, no, not even. They're still just going to say 2 players layered on this. And so just having this close proximity to the bomb site's going to be enough. Electronic finding yet another. Voca had their chances, even winning some of the rounds they had no business pulling off, but this time around, smoked out of it. Bomb is over towards Barrels, and BC Game find the solution to this B-site defense that started off with Voca just charging down this half of the map, catching those opening kills. Not this time around. S1mple to put this one to rest, and that will be BC Game extending play in the 0-2 pool as each team picks up their map pick.
It's solid. It looks a lot better than Dust 2. It's great to see the S1mple getting his impact on both sides of the map. And I mean, the only way that Voca got back into that game was by countering S1mple in a few different rounds in that second half.
We get a group up inside of the lobby for Voca, a stacked A bomb site in terms of the defense. S1mple tucked in to the CT vents. He's going to try to use Muterus as a distraction. No, just taps out one. Hut swing comes through, and it is a good recovery out of Voca. Junior in with a double kill as Snav burns one out, and that'll be Crazy tasked to the 1v3 clutch. So the numbers were there for BC Game. It's the kills that go Voca's way instead. Crazy buys an extra second.
Oh.
Junior.
Voca, it's going to be quick upper pops or slow outside defaults.
Well, Carson's gone.
Whoa.
See ya. Just like that. Oh,
That was nasty.
yeah. Oh. Muterus with a couple.
Yo, Muterus, what is this round?
Who is this? The name tags must be wrong.
You're kidding me. What's he doing with the scout?
What?
You got S1mple on your team.
I don't know if I've ever seen that box get wallbanged. I don't know if I have ever seen that.
Another one. Oh.
Misses a chance at the quad kill. Rechi's right there for the taking.
Get the
Come on,
tag.
Uterus. Hunt him down.
Oh, he's right there.
Can't swing fast enough. Aragorn will finish what was started by S1mple. That damage on Rechi, too much to ask.
Junior over here pretending like he can actually win this round when there's really no chance.
No chance in hell, brother. You're dead to Electronic's flank. A little labor, but we get... Yeah!
Who is this man?
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Woo! All day long, please. Crazy's going to find Rechi trying to get through the smoke. Yeah,
when
exactly.
The second
Not
and
when the
third one
others
were just as nice. Could he do it 2 rounds in a row? I mean, that's irrelevant.
All that matters is it happened, and it upended the momentum. Crazy has gone unnoticed inside of the B site. He's going to be problematic. They shoot one in the back. Double door swings. He cleans up, and BC game.
That 1-3K.
Electronic's going to burn George to a crisp. Junior just wants this bomb plant. Sprinting down for it. Looks like he's going to secure it unless Crazy gets an angle, but no, sir. That's a little bit of money made here. BC game up 3-1. If Muterus doesn't get that 3K and Voca win this map, do you think we would ever see this roster? And the CS Asia Championships 2026, that's the next 2 events that BC Game are confirmed to be playing on LAN.
Yeah.
The question will just be what version of BC Game rolls in. Electronic swinging wide because of the fire at his feet. The guns here have secured some positioning down towards lower. S1mple just waiting for a chance to strike him down. Missed off shot on the shoulder that appeared, and a good wealth of utility expended there to just get the space. You flush Muterus down into the site. He opts to go for the duel. Crazy picks up a 2K off of the timing, opened up by that aggression. Man advantage, smokes fade. The frags keep sailing in, and more utility here for Voca to just try to secure this bomb plant. It's a half-health Snav and a full-bar George, and S1mple catches George in the backdrop. Snav's going to find backs turned. Crazy's considering it. S1mple's the victim. He doesn't know that Crazy's in this smoke, and so that will still be what catches him off, and 2 players survive for BC Game as this 4-1 CT lead secured.
I like how fast Voca are moving. Like, they're scaling into the space. They're getting bomb plants down.
That A site, but doesn't like what he sees and tries to reposition.
Just them running elicited some utility usage, but like the adjustment here from BC Game. If this comes ramp, which is very likely to, they've got 2.
No miss by S1mple. No op kill here from Snav. That's the gun still on the ground as Junior doubles back, Tech 9 in hand. Carson thinking maybe he's created space, and with that kill, he has indeed, only momentarily. However, as Junior will look to slip the net downstairs once again. Actually kind of sticks around, gets exposed, and it's going to be majority. But Carson postured top silo with a bunch of utility. Junior going to hang on to his grenades as well. Feels like we're waiting out that smoke.
Very dangerous flank. They're dead up here.
Starting to make his move. Carson just avoids getting spotted, and they do find space, but look at this. Muterus goes unnoticed. Oh, mows down 2 as he recovers vision. They didn't see him on the edge of that vent. Junior and Rechi recovering the front of sight, but they are still pressured by Heaven. And we get this crawl outside of hell from another piece of Voca. That is Carson trying to get into the engagement. Electronic ultimately loses the duel. That's man advantage re-secured by Voca. Crazy's caught off by Carson's close proximity. And S1mple, 1v3, Tech 9 in hand, has no value really to add to this. They have already secured the round. Voca almost missing that because of the position by Muterus behind that vent. That damn near cost them everything.
It's unreal that Electronic finds nothing when he's flanking right there because everybody runs inside. One guy runs over top of him on silo, and he's like, well, I've got a flank timing. By the time he walks up in the hut, he's just a guy who could have pushed ramp. He's not even a guy who came in on early on.
Away with it. Go into the utility clash as S1mple opens up on Rechi. That's a kill through Squeaky. Instantly smoked off as well. And we're going to get a fast move by Voca to just go towards Secret. They're not trying to mask this at all, stomping all the while. But 2 players hard committed to Garage, with Snav still sticking around outside. This is responsibility for Crazy to head downstairs, but then there's a pause by Voca, so things cool off.
Looking for one more clue before they make the decision. Actually, yeah, they're all down here. Full control side. See if this works out a bit better than last time.
He goes in, flushes him out.
Doesn't
Unprepared. Snav in the background, killed with a nade out. Carson can't recover it, climbing over the control. Junior is soon to be dead, surely. Tries to find Sanctuary in the back of sight, and that's when Crazy finally activates out from Dark. It's money made by Voca, but nothing but death and decay as BC Game come through 5 alive. And all of that long, or secret control, just gets them the bomb plant, nothing more.
That looks like Muterus isn't just a good scout. I heard Gavin has 2 glass eyes. So.
Yeah, so what's your excuse, Sempus? Carson's going to swing that door open. Muterus survives the challenge. Won't be able to best Junior. He was able to get that bomb onto site in a moment. It's a double control push, though, so that means no cover for Junior if Crazy decides to push this.
Oh, he could kind of run at this. Do you want it? He's not going to.
Okay. Lets the plant happen. Junior then runs over. It's wild. It's weird. And it's still Crazy to come up with kills. Now nobody's on top of the bomb. And the last place left is Recchi, 1 health, off to save the op. BC Game, 7-2 lead.
It's very kind of him to give him plant, but Crazy kind of he knew how he was going to win and give them plant all the same.
By God, Launders, it looks like BC Game are. They're having fun.
They're having fun. They might actually win a series. And you got to celebrate the wins. Again, they're here to pull the upset off and farm some VRS points off of Voca. So.
Those sweet, sweet North American VRS.
They had to earn them.
Nice and greasy. And like a drive-through, this third map, feeling quick. Electronic quick to it. Looks like George ate a flash. I think about it's even his own. That makes it an untradeable position. Snap's going to get mowed down by Aragorn once that smoke pops. And Junior has been completely denied any success in this one. Voca just can't quite find their footing. This T-side's starting to hit free fall territory as BC Game just smother.
They didn't throw their HE from far back enough, and that just gave Electronic a little bit of time to reposition and take those fights on his own terms. He also continues to have another good map.
Back in with the... Okay.
Yo.
Aragorn shot first. You asked for that. You asked for it. Order up.
Wild. I can't believe he was even spamming from that opposite vent. But at least, I mean, I think Junior's earned the respect. He can take the op and leave. Nap time.
Counter-terrorists win.
Pressure of qualifying for the major off guard. You hope to catch them slipping up now. The lull in the action between this and Cologne. S1mple's got the trade on Junior at least, but looks like this A site was primed for the taking. Aragorn makes a stand. Heaven set ablaze. And S1mple into the ramp room with a teammate. Are going to try to posture for a lobby flank. This is 2 players off of the plant into hut. They will be met by this flank from Electronic and S1mple in just a moment. Yeah, good shot from S1mple. Quick to the reaction. Carson's going to look to sign up for the challenge. That gets traded by Electronic, who then gets confirmation on Snav. 1 step too far within the hut. Perfect retake comes through from BC Game. Not a lot of meat on these bones, Mo.
No, he's sick.
Snav back to it quickly. George going to figure out Muterus. He loves that position, to be honest. So, sprayed down. And a 5v4 secured by Voca, but that's 3 players tagged up, primed to be popped. AKs and an op for all of BC Game.
S1mple's been passing every test every time he makes contact so far.
It'd be nice to see him just get through an entire map without us having to say, like, ooh, the simple miss. You know, he's provided more on map 2 than map 1, but let's see if he can keep it flawless for the third. Aragorn did kill Recchi. Junior a bit too deep on that corner, and they don't know that Electronic's on their rooftop. Outer control looking tested. Activation here from Crazy. Ugh, that leaves a little to be desired. That could have cost Voca a couple of bodies, but now Electronic's just going to take the ladder, wrap back down, force this flank. Saw the bomb just exit out through Squeaky. And while they're going to be anticipating somebody up in heaven, it's actually going to be the double lobby retake. Electronic already tucked into hut, waiting for S1mple to arrive.
They're in perfect spots to trade this. I mean, it should be no way they can get out safely.
Junior's not looking down. He'll react as Electronic gets his one. Ooh, missed chance for Snav. That would have been a great opportunity to blindside. George's Beretta's inside of main. Sees the shadow of Aragorn, but won't be able to stop him. And Snav finally recovers one. He's now down low, forced to reload, will not be afforded an escape. It's Carson with the multi-kill up from heaven. Junior starting to flank main. He strikes them down with the Berettas, but still this 1v3 turned 1v2 is doable. Carson swings deep sight. 50 seconds for this clutch to still materialize for Muterus.
I mean, he's been the most clutch so far. Lots of time and HP. There's a route to get downstairs. I don't mind the move from Voca, but I was thinking maybe they double up by the vent and cover both options. Instead, they're looking for the wraparound to get up to heaven. I mean, really convinced that this is going to be an upstairs hit. Muterus can get this plant off. You can really tell he's thinking about how do I win this round and not just get this bomb down.
It's good.
But he's ready.
Gets away with the open plant.
Where does he want to go, though? Control side? He's not even... Oh, he's got the
takes
reload
the fight to them. Carson's got it. Nicely done by Carson. Triple kill here in the pistol. 4 kills in the entirety of the first half. Walks away with the triple in this round. That'll give Voca a lifeline. Something to work with on the defense. Lil 2 Mac 10s, double tech 9, and a look outside off of the instant wall of smokes. Utility as well within the A site to just kind of keep the defense preoccupied. Junior has lost a teammate. It's George that dies to the Mac 10 first. Flood down into secrets, going to catch Carson off guard. That's now an M4 upgrade afforded over to BC Game, and this B defense is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, they've really turned water into wine with this. They've closed the gap with their smaller and worse guns, and I mean, it's just an instant force save situation. Surely, no rotations downstairs. Recchi's here, but he's kind of just risking his life if he gets too close. And 3-gun save would be pretty massive. For a world that they could actually win this round, I wonder.
Get out of here, buddy. Should have left when he had the chance. S1mple goes roaring through the bottom of the ramp, and
It's out of hand too quickly in the second half.
Terrorists win.
just a very front-facing A-site setup. We'll see if Junior can deliver. He's been the beacon of hope for Voca all series long. He will strike down Aragorn. Electronic wounded with that as well. Could have been 2 kills for 1. Junior tries to keep them pinned in the corner. It's going to force them back to this A floor where those MP9s had pressed in against BC Game. At a minute, they could still try to work options, but they're probably feeling quite limited to just inside.
Oh, so what a lurk here for Electronic.
Beautiful.
He's low in HP, and Junior is just none the wiser. No nades means Junior isn't going to turn around. I mean, maybe if they start making noise behind him, he can actually lure Junior forward.
Still no rotate
so far
downstairs
back
as
now.
well.
Oh my goodness. This is behind enemy lines. So now they're at risk of just losing a lot of players too if they're not going to come and clear Electronic.
Junior still doesn't move. Did this guy lag out of the server? What's going on? Electronic makes it up into the A site. Junior now reacts. They never thought that was a possibility that they'd happen to do that with absolute silence. Now, Junior,
that's the bomb.
He's getting away with it. A second kill is collected by him. The bomb is going to jump into the back of the A site, frantic to get this down with mere seconds left. And that is while Voca have gone downstairs at the end of this. It was feeling like the B squeeze once Electronic activates. In reality, now it's going to have to be the double CT Heaven retake. Wild round on our hands that Junior for a second looked like he was going to get nothing. Walks away with 3 kills this round. We've got a player tucked in back sight. Carson and Recchi into the retake, stomping forward. Crazy pops up. It's a Carson trade and now a MAC-10 moment demanded of S1mple. Tap on the bomb. Time is of the essence. Carson back turn, worried about that heaven flank. This round is crazy. And as Carson will be flushed off. Junior solo ramp responsibility yet again. Util flashing him in. Has to give up the angle. Pokes back in for his frag. Then it's the Aragorn trade back. And they don't overdo it. They don't flood out with that in anticipation of some kind of an A press. BC Game looked to take a look back. Oh, damn it. Carson slipped off the hut. God, and then he makes a bunch of sound trying to get back into this boost. That's awkward. Oh, yep. Very, oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
That Molly didn't do anything
Third
either.
time's the charm. There
Still
we
going
go.
for it, though. Let's see if it gets him a kill.
The squeaky walkout happens in the middle of all that, and then suddenly BC Game pounce. Yeah, that's not the way you want to go out, Voca. Awkward in this one. They've got all the excuses in the world coming in with a stand-in with no notice. But unfortunately for them, it is back-to-back days where they will have an opening victory on Dust 2, only for the game to go up in smoke around it. This is a much-needed victory for a BC Game that has failed to make the major, much like FaZe, but in today's matchup, at least will extend their tournament life here at PGL Bucharest. And when you think about all the VRS points there are to be earned, it's a bit of a feast here for BC Game on Voca's stature. It's a great meal. It's a match with all the fixings. And so they will be content that they can continue to play here in Bucharest. Voca's